What were the causes of decolonization in the 20th century? Imagine a world where entire nations were controlled by distant powers, their cultures suppressed, and their economies exploited. This was the reality for many countries under colonial rule. But something changed in the 20th century. Let's explore what led to this significant shift. One of the major factors was the impact of the First and Second World Wars. These global conflicts weakened the European colonial powers, such as France, Britain, and the Netherlands, making it harder for them to maintain their empires. The wars drained their resources and damaged their prestige, creating an opportunity for colonized peoples to demand independence. Another crucial factor was the rise of independence movements. In places like India, Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America, local leaders and movements began to organize and fight for their freedom. These movements were often fueled by the injustices of colonial rule, such as high taxes, forced labor, and lack of self-governance. For example, India's independence movement, led by figures like Mohandas Gandhi, used civil disobedience to challenge British rule. International pressure also played a significant role. The formation of the United Nations after World War II provided a platform for colonized nations to voice their demands for independence. The UN's principles, including the right to self-determination, supported these movements and put pressure on colonial powers to grant independence. The Cold War era further complicated the situation. The United States and the Soviet Union, as superpowers, often supported different sides in the decolonization process, either to expand their influence or to counter their rivals' influence. This dynamic helped some colonies gain independence as they were able to leverage the rivalry between these superpowers. Economic factors were also important. The economic strain on European powers after the wars made it difficult for them to maintain their colonies. Additionally, the Suez Crisis in 1956, where European powers were forced to back down by the United States and the Soviet Union, marked a significant turning point in African decolonization. In summary, the combination of weakened colonial powers, strong independence movements, international pressure, and the geopolitical dynamics of the Cold War all contributed to the decolonization of the 20th century. These factors created a perfect storm that allowed many nations to break free from colonial rule and forge their own paths.